Okay, so I feel like it's been a while since I've done a comic book review. I've been really busy with other stuff, so I don't think I did one last week or the week before that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a comic book review of Venom number 164, The Nativity Part 1. See right there. I don't know if there was some stuff that I should have read before this, but there's like one part that made no sense in it. But we'll go ahead and just jump in here. It starts off with, it seems like Eddie's having a bad dream. Eddie Brock is having a nightmare, and which involves Carnage. And Carnage is talking about, he's giving like these ladies a pedicure. I don't know what you call it when they pretty up their toes. He's talking about a family reunion, and all the kids are here. And then the next page is actually pretty cool. It's the other symbiote. Let me show you. You see Carnage, Scream, Slasher. I forget the other three's names, but they're all there on this one page. And he's talking about the whole family's here. Right in the middle of that, Brock wakes up and starts puking his guts out into this bucket that he has. It's kind of like, okay, if you know about Venom and you read Venom or seen him in the cartoons a lot, him and the symbiote are like two people but one at the same time. So they're talking about like we instead of I. And he's like, was that you having a nightmare? And that's Eddie Brock talking to the symbiote. It's like, no, your dream, Eddie. He's like, you sure? It was so vivid. So Brock's over here, after puking into a bucket, and he's asking the symbiote if that dream they were having was the symbiote's, that nightmare. And the symbiote replies with, no, that was your dream. That was all you. Starting to puke out the window. He's like, it was so vivid, and I don't usually puke after I dream. It's like, not sick, Eddie. We're fine, but believe us, or don't believe us. And then he goes off, does a little Venom thing and goes out for some fresh air. Now, next page you have a Shocker, and what I love is like, it reminds me of the Shocker from the Spider-Man. This whole thing reminds me of Spider-Man animated series. It seems Shocker's trying to rob this jewelry store. This guy doesn't really care. He's like, just, it's not my store. Go ahead, jack it. And Shocker's kind of like annoyed at the fact that this guy's not fearing him, and this guy's taking him like a joke. So he gets all mad about it, and he yells out, "I'm the Shocker!" He destroys everything in there. Dude's like, "So you break glass?" And he's like, "Dude, I'm a clerk, not the owner. Old man Tover pays me minimum wage. Trash the place." So the guy doesn't care. And I probably would feel the same way too. Some guy that can zap my brains out comes in threatening about, give me everything. So you can have it. It's not even my store. So Shocker's, talking about I can liquefy your brain, this and that, blah blah. The guy just doesn't care. He's like, just take the stuff and leave me alone. And you see Shocker there. He's talking smack to the guy. Guy's like, I don't care. And it's like, right when he looks up and he says something, Shocker thinks he's afraid. And he's like, what is that? That's right. Can't read backwards. That's right. Now you're scared. The Shocker doesn't screw around. And if you notice there's something dropping on his head. And the guy's looking above Shocker. So he's not scared of the Shocker. He's tripping out on something above him, which happens to be Venom. Focus right there. So they have a little scuffle. They go back and forth. Venom locks him around. He blasts Venom. As you can see, Venom's taking it like a champ. And Eddie's like, dude, this is no big deal. We can deal with this. And he gets in front of he acts like a shield for the dude. You see Shocker blasting him. And the dude's there. So while this is going on though, it is all you have. It is not enough for us. So what's that noise? So there's apparently a noise that's bothering the symbiote, and Eddie's like, it's no big deal. We're hearing the jewels vibrate. Nothing to worry about. Symbiote starts tripping out a little bit. He's like, dude, it's getting louder. He's like, it stings, but it can't hurt us. He's like, can't. And then the symbiote's still tripping out. Oh, can't let it hurt us. He's like, must go. Keep safe. So the symbiote's trying to bail on Eddie because he's freaking out about, you know, the vibrations from the jewelry. So it leaves Eddie, and as you can see, you know, Chalker thinks he won, blah, blah, blah. He blasts Eddie through the, I want to see the window. He goes to make an escape for it with the jewelry, but Chalker's just an idiot, so boom, he gets hit by a car on his way out. Yeah, pretty awesome. Cops get him, and they arrest him. Now this is the part where I'm like, I don't understand this part. Because the next page after Chalker, like an idiot, gets hit by a car and gets arrested. This lady's on she has a stroller, baby stroller, and I don't know if she's talking to the baby or what, but it says, oh, I don't know if we can afford to feed it. Plus, it's always wailing, but at least it has your and it says, like, I'm assuming she was gonna say smile, but I don't know who she's talking to, because, like, to be honest, it doesn't really show much in this giant symbiote creature thing. Like, there's her pushing the stroller. All of a sudden, you know, the symbiote, or a symbiote, just like comes out of nowhere and starts attacking her. So, and that's all there is. There's no explanation about what's going on there. There's no, I'm not sure what that is. So it's just a random page, and Brock's waking up in the middle of nowhere. So I'm just assuming, I don't know, like I said, Brock was having a dream of some sort. Like, where are we? Because I had to get away, Eddie. Had to get safe. He said, get away from Chalker after we almost beat him. Herman Schultz is stupid, Eddie. Already caught by police. So the symbiote's pretty much like, look, I needed to get out of there, so I got us out of there. And Brock's like, whatever, you know. He's like, crawls down the building into an alley and does this little thing where he goes from having the costume on to having regular clothes. So he's walking through the streets, and he hears someone call his name. And Eddie Brock. Yeah, so it is Claire Dixon, and she's like, fancy running into you. So you have Claire there, and Eddie's like, you know, tripping out because apparently she died. He's all like, oh, you died. Sorry. You died on that island, and you died in my arms. And it says see Carnage number 16. Now, I missed the part where she died because I gotta be honest, I was following that Carnage series, but it started getting lame. I just stopped with it. Like halfway through, I just didn't care no more. I think I stopped a little after Eddie Brock showed up again. I was excited for that, but so, you know, they're chit-chatting, and she's all like, think about your lifestyle, Brock. Who do you know who hasn't died and turned up again? Didn't you die once? And he's like, and the symbiote's talking to Eddie, obviously. Something's wrong, Eddie. The street is empty. So it went from a crowd on the previous page here. It went from a crowded street to all of a sudden there's no one in the streets. So the symbiote's picking up on this, and he's like, you know, something's up. We gotta get out of here. So Venom scrambles out of there, and the symbiote was right. She has this, like, I don't know, some type of heat gun or something. So Brock goes on the run, and apparently there's like, I don't know if it's soldiers or I'm not sure who these people are. But they're after Brock, and they're just going at him, and they're trying to like shoot him down. So Brock's just making a run for it, trying to get away, and they finally do blast him in midair. As you can see, he falls, stumbles. They're blasting him. All of a sudden, you know, he's weak. And I'm assuming that's heat guns. I don't know. It looks like fire. So they strap him to this thing, and apparently this thing zaps him because the symbiote tries to attack Claire Dixon there, and boom, it just zaps Eddie with the symbiote. Last page is okay. Dixon, why are you doing this? We were partners. I thought, sorry, Brock. We're up to me. You wouldn't be in this mess, and I'm going to do everything I can to see if you can walk away clean. So I'm not sure what's going on with what mess he's talking about. I had stopped reading Venom a while back, and I picked back up on this one because you see part 1 of the story. So I didn't think I was gonna have to know too much about the previous issues, but there are some things where it just doesn't make sense to me. But nonetheless, I will pick up the next issue. I'm still interested in what's going on here. It was funny, the whole Shocker thing. Like I said, it reminded the Shocker and Venom in that one bit right there. It reminded me of when Venom first appeared in the animated series Spider-Man and the 90s series. I know there's been like a whole bunch of different Spider-Man series, but I'm talking about the 1990s one. But yeah, I liked it. I will continue on to the next issue because I'm curious. Well, I've always liked Eddie Brock as Venom. I know there was Flash Thompson as Agent Venom for a while, and when the whole Venom series started up again, it was I forget the guy's name, something Lee. It wasn't Eddie. Eddie eventually got the symbiote back by like I think like the 5th, 6th issue, something like that. But it was some other guy named Lee. So, but yeah, I've always liked Eddie as Venom because that's the first time I ever came across, you know, Venom was as a kid, and it was Eddie Brock. So I like it. I like that it's Eddie Brock. So as I'm reading this, I'm reading it as, you know, with the voice from the cartoon. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. If you're keeping up with the series, if you've been reading this since before this issue, and you're still reading it through this issue, and you want to give your thoughts on it, go ahead and do so in the comment section. If you know what's going on with some of this stuff, like maybe you can explain what that whole page was about, do so in the comment section as well. But yeah, that's all I got for this comic book review. Venom: The Nativity, Part 1. So, till next time, you guys have a good one.